Welcome back to the DFS Special. I'm your host, your DFS Jerusalem, coming to you live from the list. You got 150 entries, and then you're a shark, and I don't fuck with you. So there's too much good shit on here. This is the often imitated, never duplicated. I'm here with my lovely co-host. Thank y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy. I may have been calling in to work. You're gonna be in the running for the Snowflake of the Year. Get your shit together with your snowflake thing. I'm at the crib, man, and I'm just finishing up. Stop. Throw them bitches in the main. I'm telling you. You're gonna see the results, bro. You're gonna see it. This is what's really gonna help you out. You know how I feel about the home dogs. There's a lot of fight in the home dogs, and I really think a lot of shit to go over tonight. Who that scored all them points over there? Player of the night.
Get him in your lineups. Get him in there, and let's go get this money.
Thursday, let's go, and remember, in the sweatshop, we always keep it 300. What's up? What's happening? This is the big homie, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Yeah, the homie David Moss says the intro sounds like some old West Coast hip hop. Well, then I done my job. Well, it wasn't me. It was actually the homie. Shout out to the homie that did the intro, man. Over a year ago, the homie blessed us with the intro, and it has been thumping ever since. Like we ride to that. We rock out to that, bro. What's happening, y'all? How y'all doing, man? Like I said, man, this is the DFS Jerusalem, man. Your big homie here to take you on a trip throughout today's NBA slate. We're gonna be chopping that up. We will talk a little bit about what happened last night, but the night is not yet over. As it stands, I'm sweating kind of. I got like a little semi-sweat, and it's the worst kind of sweat. I've got the worst kind of sweat because all of my guys are done. I got like 15 bucks in, but I'm winning almost 200, and my best line is at 314, right? And this is the worst kind of sweat, okay? Because I don't have a late night hammer in the late game. I do not have a late night hammer. I'm currently in like 60th place or some shit like that in a tournament. I have no late night hammer. I did catch Clint Capella at like 9% ownership. I caught Miritic at about 8% ownership. But Taj Gibson, you sorry son of a bitch. You are undoubtedly tonight's snowflake. You are the worst. You are putrid. A sorry sack of shit. What a bum. What a complete waste of an NBA roster spot you were tonight. Just completely destroyed any hope I had at really getting to the money. I mean, just totally. By the time this night is over, man, this lineup is probably going to minimum cash because this bitch-ass dude, Taj Gibson, did not go out and ball out. He played with it. He bullshitted with it. And a lot of that is my fault. Because if I had done what I should have done, which was pay up from Rondo to Teague, and then down from Taj Gibson to probably Al-Farouq Aminu, one of them cats, I would have had a late night hammer, I'd have had 30 more points, and I'd have been in the money for sure. But that is why we continue to play the games. It is a grind. I should make a small profit tonight, so I ain't even worried about it. Let's go ahead and chop up tomorrow's slate. Let's go. Now, this is an 8-game joint, okay? I want you to be aware. This is an 8-game joint. And we've got some pretty heavy games. Like, as soon as you turn on your TV and you look at ESPN, you got a hard-hitting, heavy-hitting game. First game is Milwaukee and Cleveland, bro. Both of these teams are still fighting for their playoff lives. This is a nationally televised game. It's Natty Telly on ESPN, a game that I really think you're going to want to have some exposure to. Do not play anybody in this game. Do not just, oh, I'm looking to fade this game. No, you got to have somebody from here. You're going to need to have somebody from this game. And we're going to talk about who those guys should be as we look at the matchups and things of that nature, okay? Then you got the Lakers and the Indiana Pacers, which could be another solid game. Both of those teams will want to play up in pace. I think that's a good one. Then you've got Charlotte going to Philadelphia, which those games have been quite entertaining so far this season. And I think this could be another good one as well. We've got Memphis and the Brooklyn Nets, where a lot of value, I suspect a lot of value is going to come from that game. Then we've got Denver and Miami, a game that looks to be a slow grind pace game, where you've got Denver playing an up-tempo style, and then you've got Miami playing a lot of half-court ball. But without Hassan Whiteside, and with Bam Adebayo, a guy who likes to get up the court, this could be a more faster-paced game than one would anticipate. Then you've got my New York Knicks at home playing host to the Chicago Bulls. Both of these teams are in the tank. This is where you're going to get guys at low ownership, young guys that are probably going to see a lot of minutes because both of these teams are pretty much done. They're in the tank. So this is where you could find some value from this one. Then you've got Golden State and San Antonio. And as long as all them dudes are out from Golden State, we've seen close games with the Warriors. So there's definitely, love to be had there. And then the last game on the slate is going to be Detroit Pistons going to Sacramento. And I think that could be a good one as well. So let's just take a look at the standings really quick, because at this point in the year, you want to pay attention to where everybody is. You see Detroit still knocking on the door to the playoffs. All of these teams that are playing, bro, look at all these Eastern teams that are playing. They are like just inside of either they're fighting for positioning, because all of them are at least 7 to 12 games back from Toronto and Boston. Either they're fighting for positioning or they're fighting for their actual lives. This East playoff race is coming down to the wire. Look at Miami, 37 and 33. You got Milwaukee, you got Philadelphia, Indiana, Washington, Cleveland. Like all of those teams are kind of in it to win it right now. They're kind of in it to win it right now. Then a couple of teams on the outside looking in are going to be Detroit and Charlotte. The rest of them have no shot. New York, Chicago, Brooklyn have no shot. Orlando, Atlanta, they're done. So you could, all of these teams that are playing here, have something to lose. Have something to lose or something to gain. On the west side, Golden State already clinched their spot. The only playoff teams that we're seeing here is going to be San Antonio Spurs. They're 40 and 30. You got Denver still trying to get in, and they still have a spot to get. The Lakers are pretty much 7 games back from Denver and 9 games back from playoff contention. So they're probably out of it. Sacramento is as well. Memphis, of course, they're mathematically eliminated. They are out. There's no way they can play in the playoffs. So I think today's slate is going to be a lot easier to read than they have been over the last week or so. So I'm ready to get into it. I'm excited. Let's go in. First game we got is going to be the Milwaukee Bucks going to Cleveland, going to LeBron's house to take on the Cavaliers. And, the first thing that jumps out to me in this matchup is how bad the Cleveland Cavaliers have been recently against point guards. And that's something that I think we can leverage into a play. We can look on DraftKings, and then we can look over FanDuel too. That's something we can leverage into a solid low-owned play. I just don't think that Eric Bledsoe is going to be a very highly owned play. And them being bad against point guards has like a dual role. Not only does it bode well, or can it bode well for Eric Bledsoe, but then we look at Cleveland against small forwards as well, and they've the worst team over the last 5 games. They have been the worst team in the league against small forwards. Okay, so so there's 2 ways you can look at this. Either you can say, hey, I'm locking in Giannis because because Cleveland suck not only against point guard and small forward, they also, not the Bulls, but the Cavaliers, they also are bad against power forwards. So every spot where you may see Giannis attempt to play in every role that he can thrive in, point guard, small forward, power forward, the Cleveland Cavaliers are among the top or the worst players in the league versus that position. And right now, he looks like the front runner to me. I definitely think LeBron's going to be the highest owned player on this slate. But if I want to make a contrarian play, I want to make a solid, studly contrarian play, Giannis is really jumping off the page to me. A guy to give me damn near 40 minutes, damn near 40% in usage, and also being cheaper at 10.8. So I absolutely love Giannis in the spot. I love. Yo, Mo, what happened to the Iceman? Yeah, he took a little break, man. That's my guy. This is dope. LeBron is the play here again. If Core and Hood and Nance are out, remember Chicago last night in ATL, the game trade deadline. Okay, when it falls LeBron's shoulders, then he puts up 65 plus. I agree. So Giannis, Eric Bledsoe is a guy that I do like. We've seen Cleveland be a little bit better against shooting guards, and Tony Snell's not a guy that I would like to play anyway. Plus, we look at how bad Cleveland has been against small forwards. Chris Middleton could slot into that role as well. Power forward being a problem spot for them too. Look at Jabari Parker at 4.5. So to me, it's going to be all the Milwaukee studs here would be guys that I would definitely be considering. On the other side, of course, LeBron is going to be in play. We take a look at when I take a look at Milwaukee against the point guard position, they've actually not been bad. 48.1 points over the last 5, but 42 over the last 10. So they've just recently got a little bit worse. And I think, George Hill at 4.6, if I'm pairing him with LeBron, could definitely be usable. Jeff Green at 4.8 is a guy that we can look at. Larry Nance and Kyle Korver, both of those guys, game time decisions. So we've got to take a look at where they're going to be in terms of their if they're going to be playing or not as we approach lock at 7 o'clock. So lots to like here, man. And if you don't see that Nance, you don't see Korver, that definitely opens up room for Jordan Clarkson at 4.9. He could be a usable play. Let's go over to FanDuel, look at the same game, and take a look and see where the price points are for the same guy. So, see, this is beautiful because you've got Giannis at 12.5, which that makes him a value to me on DraftKings, man. You got LeBron is 13.1. Gosh. Eric Bledsoe, 8K. Middleton, 7.4. So you're not getting a discount on FanDuel for any of these guys. Jabari Parker is even 5K. Eric Gutter says, yo, Big Mo, here to see what's good on NBA, but NHL has been so lovely lately for him. 500 over the last week. That's what I'm talking about. That's why the shop is so dope, man. Get in there and chop it up with cats like Eric Gutter, man. Dudes are really getting in. Hey, Mo, do you think the Greek Freak hits 50 DK points here? I think he does. I think he has to. I think he has to hit that. I think he does. I think he does. The type of athletic perimeter players the Bucks have, LeBron can possibly have 6 to 8 turnovers tomorrow. Yes, that is true. That is true. That is true. George Hill is 4.6. That makes him usable as a value. Jeff Green 4.9. Yeah. Clarkson is 4.5. He's a little bit cheaper than he is on DraftKings. That makes him a value here. Let's get into the next game. It's going to be Los Angeles Lakers going to Indiana to take on the Pacers. And Indiana has been pretty solid, man, against a lot of spots, except center. Center has really been a struggle spot over the last few games for the Indiana Pacers, man. Only teams that have been worse than them on the slate are going to be Brooklyn Nets and the Chicago Bulls. But the Indiana Pacers have been very bad against centers. Oh, and I got to tell you, Milwaukee is bad against centers too. The problem is who's going to get to play center from Cleveland. That's the problem. But so automatically, you got Brook Lopez, who's a game time decision. If he doesn't play, and for sure you're gonna get some Julius Randle in there at 8.3, I think he is gonna be usable. Power forward, and see what I want to do here. I want to look and see if power forward has been a problem spot for Indiana as well, because we know that's the position that Thaddeus Young covers a lot, and they're not great against that. They're not great. So I think Julius Randle, easy a guy that you can slot in there. Taking a look at point guard in this specific game, Indiana over the last few has been good against point guards, man. So Lonzo at 7.5 is not a player that I particularly love. Vic Oladipo at 8.7. You got him cheap. Let's say, what did he do last time? Because he was 8.2, and he had a bad game at a low price. Yeah. 8.2 over the last two, 30 and 33. So I've been playing him just because he owes me money. But, I mean, he really has not balled out. Now, Miles Turner is a game time decision here at 6.6. And you already know what time it is. If there's no Miles Turner, everybody's going to be playing Al Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to be playing Al Jefferson. And I get that. It makes sense. It definitely makes sense. All right, so, again, shooting guard against the Los Angeles Lakers. Has not been a great spot to attack recently. I want to say, yeah, Depot at 8.7. He had 2 bad games. This is going to be the spot where I get off at Depot and he goes ham. Like, this is going to be the spot where I'm like, nah, I can't play Depot and he goes ham. I mean, they've given up 41.8 over the last 5. Yeah, him against Kentavious Caldwell. But I know I ain't going to play KCP against Depot because he's a very good on-ball defender. They might cancel each other out here. They might. And then I'm looking at cats like Thaddeus Young. I'm looking at Bojan Bogdanovic. I'm even looking at Darren Collison at 4.8, who I think should be playing more minutes than Corey Joseph and starting. Because the Lakers have struggled against point guards recently. Excuse me, the Lakers have been playing well against point guards. I'm sorry about that. Joe Big Mars, okay, yeah, and if you get Corey Joseph to struggle early, and then Darren Collison comes in, that could be solid. So Kuzma's against. We got to find out what's going on with these cats, man. With Brook Lopez and Kuzma, because you got Brandon Ingram out, Josh Hart, Channing Frye, all those guys are out. Bill Butler says Depot goes for 55 plus, and he shouldn't, and so he probably will. He shouldn't, so he probably will. Let's go check out FanDuel, man. Look at the same game to see what FanDuel thinks about the pricing and how they're ranking the players. We've got Lonzo at 7.5, same price. Randall's stupid cheap. Randall is a straight up value, bro. Randall is stupid cheap on FanDuel in comparison to what he is on DraftKings. He's I think what 900 cheaper. What is he? What is he on? That's crazy cheap. He's 7.4 on FanDuel, and he's 8.3. So he's 700 cheaper on FanDuel. I'm gonna go ahead and lock him in for me on FanDuel. Real talk, I'm gonna lock him in. Lopez 6.9, Kuzma 6.2. No big discount there. 9.1 for Depot. 5.1 for Thaddeus Young. That's a usable discount. 5.1 for, and then Collison is 5.7. So Collison is 5.7. He's 900 more on FanDuel than he's on DraftKings. That means on DraftKings, he's a guy that you can definitely use. Crispy, what's happening, big homie? Flying through these games, baby. Next game we got is going to be the Charlotte Hornets going to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. I want to harken back to the standings really quick so you can have a look, man. Philly is 38-30, okay? So they're like damn near safely tucked in the playoffs because Detroit is the closest team to them, like 8 games back. Then you've got Charlotte, who's right there, a half a game behind Detroit. So Philly wants to win, and they want to win. They want to make work of these other teams. They really do. So if you take a look at what he's done against the Hornets, not great. 30, 53, 43 over the last 3 games. Over the last 2 games this season, 30 and 53. And it's just so tough for me to play cats against Dwight Howard. It really is. So don't really love Embiid. That kind of turns me on to Simmons some. Sark at 6.1 could definitely be a play. Yo, actually the Hornets, man, they've been giving it up to point guards. They're the worst team on this slate to point guard, which is kind of going to make me look at TJ McConnell here and look at Ben Simmons, of course. Also, I want to see what they've been doing against power forwards, too. Yeah, they're bad against power forwards, which, again, solidifies my like for Simmons and also brings Dario Saric into play at 6.1. Okay? Play Covington, play him. Look at the 2 games. Yeah, yo, he's done well. Small forward against him as well has been a thing. The Hornets are giving up. The Hornets are giving up 52.7 over the last 5 against small forwards and 42 over the last 6. So that means over the last 10. So that means over the last 5 games they've gotten significantly worse against small forwards. Now Robert Covington, what you're wanting for him, you're wanting him to knock down that deep jump shot. If he doesn't do that, then he doesn't really matter. But he definitely could against this team because they've actually been giving up a ton in 3-point shooting. To the small forward position, the Charlotte Hornets, they give up 5 3-point shots per game to the small forward position. And you know, dude is a chucker. Covington is a chucker. And he's had 2 good games against him, I believe, so far this season anyway. So Covington definitely a guy that I think you can consider. Lonzo has played well recently, not consistently, but if he can start scoring, he'll be a monster. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Yeah, so against the Hornets, man, and all of these, and the last 2 games, priced cheaply, man, at 4.9, 40, at 4.8, 31. So definitely a guy that you can take a look at is Robert Covington. All right, so I'm not a big fan of Embiid. I like Simmons, Saric, and Covington. Even a little bit of TJ McConnell off of the bench. I think he may be usable. On the other side, small football. Well, I want to look at this too because against Philadelphia, I think shooting guard has been a trouble spot for Philadelphia. Yeah, they've given up 46 over the last 5 and 51 over the last 10. We've since seen Jeremy Lamb jump into the starting rotation. That could be solid. With Nick Batum out, you're gonna have to get some value somewhere. I think Lamb is a guy that you can definitely look forward to playing. He's a chucker. This does well, and then point guard too. Point guard against Philadelphia. Not a place you really love to target. What happened to MKG? I seen him priced under 4K. He just hasn't been playing well lately, man. He really hasn't. I mean, for me, it's Jeremy Lamb, it's Frank Kaminsky. It may be Marvin Williams at 4.1. Aside from that, not too much else. With Nick Batum out, this game should be taken care of easily. I want to play Dwight Howard. I would like to play Dwight Howard. Because Philly does give it up, man. 40.6 over the last 5 games to centers. Yeah, Lamb gonna be the chalk. Jeremy Lamb gonna be the chalk. And he should be, bro. Yo, Jeremy Lamb chalk is good. Last year, Jeremy Lamb dropped like 50 points. Because he's a fucking chucker. He's a chucker. When has MKG ever played well? Let's go with a FanDuel, man. Take a look at the same game and check out the players and see what they're doing, okay? Let's see how they rate him. Howard is 200 more than he is on DraftKings. Kemba is stupid cheap. I'm going to have to get some Kemba somewhere, bro. I'm going to have to get... Philadelphia has been locking up the point guard spot over the last 5 games, but I got to get some Kemba somewhere. Lamb, 4.8. Marvin Williams, 4.1. MKG, 3.9. Frank Kaminsky is 4.3. I'm going to get some Kemba somewhere. He's cheaper than he is on FanDuel. DraftKings, excuse me. Look at that. Ben Simmons is 9.7. He's 8.5 on DK. I'm playing all the Ben Simmons on DraftKings. Sarek 7.2. Yes, I love Sarek at 6.1 on DraftKings. TJ McConnell 3.7. Yeah. Howard is going to have to be out there to bang with Embiid. I agree. Yeah, let's look at his games against Philadelphia. Because, yo, Philly don't really lock centers down. They really don't. Okay, he had 46 and then 15. He played 25 minutes in one game and then 30 in the other. All right. So the next game we got is going to be the Memphis Grizzlies going to Brooklyn to take on the Nets. And you got D'Lo, D'Angelo Russell at 6.9. I definitely like him. Rondé has been balling out recently, as has been DeMarre Carroll. I hope Alan Crabbe sits out, because then, you know, that really solidifies minutes, I think, for D'Angelo Russell, and even helps Karis LeVert out some. So Crabbe, yeah, Carroll, Rondé, D'Angelo Russell, maybe some Karis LeVert. Those are going to be the guys that I like the most. Mo, you think it's possible to fade Giannis and LeBron tomorrow? I wouldn't do it. On national TV, one of them dudes is going to ball out, or both. I wouldn't do it. On the other side, I think Ricky at 8K is playable, as is Marc Gasol. JaMychal Green is 5.7. I wouldn't have an issue playing him there. None of that bench shit for Memphis. I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm definitely good with that. I'm good with that. I don't want any of them cats. The homie Eric says give him some of that Joe Harris tomorrow. Let's go check out FanDuel. And yo, this is the fadeable game though. It is. This is where you come and dip if you need a little bit of value. So we got DeMarre Carroll 6'2", Rondé 6'6", D'Lo 6'9", similarly priced. That's not a problem. Karis LeVert 6'3", Dinwiddie 6'5". Yeah, those guys priced up. On the other side, you got Marc Gasol at 8.5. Ricky is 8K. JaMychal Green's 5.9. Y'all would have an issue playing. Next game we got is going to be the Denver Nuggets going to Miami to take on the Heat. These teams have seen each other before recently. Let's take a look at what Jokic did. Let's take a look at what Jokic did against him, man. Versus the Heat, 51, 47, 42. So it's kind of a safe bet on DraftKings to give Jokic some burn at 8.8. I wouldn't have an issue there. We take a look at the Miami Heat and what they've been doing against centers. They've been giving up 41.5 FanDuel points over the last 5 and 39 over the last 10. So that's a very solid spot, I think, to play a passing big man who can also bang and rebound and score a touch. I would not have an issue with playing some Nikola Jokic here. Millsap at 5.7. I don't love it, but I think you can play it. Wings against Miami have been a thing, so Will Barton at 6.3 is usable. Maybe even some Wilson Chandler. I don't have a big problem with Jamal Murray either. I want to check and see, but Miami has been pretty good against point guards. But so Will Barton, Chandler, Jokic, give me those cats. On the other side, Denver has really struggled against point guards. That's going to put Goran Dragic squarely in play for me. Definitely a guy I think you can use. Denver has also struggled against centers, where they've given up 46.7 points per game over the last 5 games, up from 38.4 over the last 10. So that's going to put not only is going to put Bam in play at 4.9, it's going to put James Johnson in play for me at 5.5, and even Kelly Olynyk at 5.8 is a play that I'm not going to run from that. I'm not. I want to look at wings against Denver too. Take a look at the small forwards against them, and they've played well against small forwards. So no Josh Richardson here. Let's look at FanDuel. Take a look at the price points to see where they. Mamba says Olynyk and neck tap. Bill Butler says Gary Harris is out. Well, let's make sure I didn't go back. I didn't go highlight him or anything. Let's make sure. No, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, Gary Harris, yeah, he's out. He's out. Yeah, I knew that. Okay. Millsap has not been the same coming back. Yo, he had like a couple of really good games, and then he just fell off. Like he was having good games, and he was fucking up Jokic, and then they must have been like, look, bruh, stop shooting so much, man. You're old. Jokic is the man. Relax. And then he stopped scoring a lot of points, and then Jokic started balling. So, all right, so now we're on FanDuel where Jokic is 10K. He's 8.8 on DraftKings. Makes him a great play on DraftKings. Not so great on FanDuel, but I still think he's playable here. You got Will Barton at 6'6", Chandler at 5'2", Goran Dragic. Ooh, Dragic cheap as a motherfucker. Look at that, 6.7. Good lord. Let's go check out Dragic on DraftKings, family. I think he's 7.5. I think he's 7.5 over here. That might be an issue. He's 7.3. Excuse me, 7.3. So he's 600 cheaper on FanDuel, a site where he should be 500 to 600 more expensive. That makes him a value over here on DraftKings. I mean on FanDuel, a guy you gotta have a look at. James Johnson is 1,000 cheaper on FanDuel. Wow. Maybe some of these Miami Heat guys can be in play here. Bam is 3.6. What the fuck? Did they forget to price the guys correctly? Wait a minute now. So Bam is 3.6. He's 4.9 on DraftKings. He's 4.9 on DraftKings. He's 3.6 on FanDuel. Just got a request from the homie to check out Dragic's home road splits. Take a look. Okay, so on the road, 35, 36, 29, 33, 54 last 5 games. At home, not good. 15, 32, 25, 25, 35. Ooh, not great. Not great. Better on the road. But I think it don't matter with Denver. I think Denver's so bad against point guards, it doesn't really matter. But it does matter. It always matters. But definitely, yo, I like some Miami value on FanDuel though. Yeah, I like that on FanDuel. Miami might be a place to attack. You know what I mean? Next game we got is going to be the Chicago Bulls going to MSG to take on my New York Knicks. No over under, no total on this one yet. We're gonna see a hodgepodge of Chicago Bulls players. Cats like Denzel Valentine probably gonna get some play here against my Knicks. I have no issue playing him. They got Cam Payne at 4.7. Justin Holiday at 3.5 is a guy that you may want to look at. You got Bobby Portis off of the bench at 7.1. I don't want to pay 7K on DraftKings for Bobby Portis, but you could. I get it, especially with Robin Lopez and Noah Vonleh both being game time decisions with Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine, and Larry Marketing. All of those guys are out. So this is he's in play. Damn. I don't want to play him. He's in play. He's in play. This is the toilet bowl game right here. This is the absolute toilet bowl game. But what I do like though, I do think Cantor at 6.7 is in play. I'm not in love with Hardaway. I think Emmanuel Mudiay should see 20 plus strong minutes. Maybe you might even see Michael Beasley or Trey Burke get some minutes here, man. But who knows? Who can tell, bro? That's a dumpster fire, bro. That game is ass. That game is ass, bro. And it's bad. So unless anybody is way cheap, look at Denzel Valentine, 6.3. So of course I'll play him on DraftKings. Holiday 3.6, damn near minimum salary. Campaign 4.9. Portis is 7K, same price on DraftKings. Cantor looks cheap as fuck. He's 5.9. That's definitely usable. Tim Hardaway Jr. 6.3. Yeah. No. Michael Beasley 5.7. Yeah, this is a toilet bowl, bro. That sucks. Next game we got is another one that's going to be confusing on the Golden State side. Let's find out who all is playing and how's it going down, because you got Andre Iguodala is a game time decision. Jaja is a game time decision. Quinn Cook is a game time decision. Kevin Looney is a game time decision. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Army Caspi, all out. And then Patrick McCall's game time decision. So how many guys do we even have? Do they need another player? Because that can sign a quick 10-day joint and come run, man. Damian Jones, Jordan Bell, JaVale McGee, Sean Livingston, David West, Nick Young, and Draymond Green. And now Draymond Green is at 9.6. I don't even know if I can pay up that much to play this dude. This game is crazy. Andre Arroyo says he can't play Beasley anymore. Too hard to figure out his minutes. I definitely agree with that. This is gonna be crazy. I don't know who the fuck to play from this shit. We gotta find out who's playing. I mean, Swaggy P looks to be like the only guy you could like rely on. Maybe Sean Livingston, maybe. Cook 4.5 on DK. Yeah, yeah. If he plays, it's a game time decision. On the other side, LaMarcus Aldridge, DeJounte Murray, both look like good plays here. I probably won't love this game too much. You know what I mean? Yeah. Quinn Cook has been balling. Green is a lock. See that 9.6, bro. Good lord. He's been cheaper on FanDuel over the last few games too, but that 9.6 is high for him. Okay, so would this be a pure volume play on Cook and Swaggy? Hell yeah. Actually, if all of those guys are out, or with all of those game time decision tags, anybody you play from Golden State is like a volume play. You want to play a guy that's going to get a lot of minutes. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for minutes to equal the money. Kevin Looney, game time decision. Yeah. So, and the sad part about this one, this is a 9:30 game. Like the Lions are going to already lock, or the Lions could already lock before we know exactly what's going to be going on. So, who else going to play? He runs the offense. Yeah. He runs offense, but at 9.6, if he has a bad game or not a great game, then you're done. You're out there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, who else is going to run offense? Yeah. Who else? But Draymond Green's going to run offense and play well. Like, yeah. Problem is, he's 9.6. It's not like 7.8 Draymond, where he gets 48 points and he's good. That does the job. You know what I mean? 40 points ain't going to do it at 9.6. 50. 56, 50, 38 over the last three. And I think that's with all the injuries. So I definitely get it. Let's go over on FanDuel too. Check the pricing for the guys on FanDuel. See, look, look, see on FanDuel, Draymond, yes, lock him in. Give me that 8.5. Give me all the Draymond I can stand. It's a defensive guy. This is a site that caters more to defensive players. Yes, give me that. Definitely gonna have some Draymond Green here. Yes, that's an unmitigated value. Okay, no issue with that at all. On the other side, DeJounte Murray, yeah, same guys. Love him on FanDuel. Next game we got is the last game on the slate. The Detroit Pistons going to Sacramento to take on the Kings. Detroit has been very bad against point guards. De'Aaron Fox have been playing point guard very badly. What do we do in this spot? I just think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play some De'Aaron Fox. I like him as a cheap late night hammer. I think he's usable, and I've seen Detroit completely give it all the way up to point guards. Nobody's gonna want to play him. I'm gonna get a piece of that. I kind of like him, especially if he's cheaper on FanDuel. I'm gonna have some on FanDuel. Centers against the Sacramento Kings. Excuse me, centers against the Pistons has been a thing. I think that Willie Cauley-Stein at 5.6 is in play for us. We look at centers against Sacramento, has not really been that great. And you look at Andre Drummond at 8.9 in a team that is not fighting for a playoff spot really. I've had a choose between Drummond and Blake Griffin. I probably would go Blake Griffin here. We look at power forward and what they've been giving up to the position, what Sacramento has been giving up to the position. Let's take a look. Oh, yes, Sacramento, the worst team on the slate against power forwards. So if I had to choose between Drummond and Griffin, I'm going Griffin. Sacramento's the worst team in the league against power forwards at this point. So I'm going to be going Griffin. No Ish Smith for me. You could talk me into some Reggie Bullock at 5.2. But for the most part, these are the guys I'm going to be attacking most here. Now, power forward against Detroit was also a thing recently. So you look at, maybe Scal or Zach Randolph. Scal or Zebo could possibly be solid plays. So let's go with a FanDuel. Take a look at this one. There's some clear-cut plays that I really like here. Look at Blake. He's cheaper. So Blake and Draymond are my power forwards right now. I can lock that. Draymond and Blake are my power forwards on FanDuel. Pretty much everywhere. All right, so Blake looks good at 8.5 and the best power forward matchup on the slate. Willie Cauley-Stein is 7.1. That makes him a very solid play on DraftKings, not so much on FanDuel. De'Aaron Fox, 5.7. Only 100 more. Wouldn't have an issue there. Yo, this is gonna be a nice slate, bro. Ooh, yes, it's gonna be a nice slate. Let's go to FanDuel and make the officially unofficial tissue lineup. Let's go to the lobby. Yeah, y'all like Griffin is nice. Griffin is on the absolute best, in the best spot for power forwards on the slate. So let's go ahead and make this line, man. We're gonna. I want to get in the dribbler, baby. Let me get in the dribbler. Here we go. Okay, the 15K dribbler. Okay, so we already know. We already talked about it. Okay, let's go. Point guard. Who do we like? One of the best spots on the slate was Goran Dragic. We like that. Bam. Shooting guard. From a, we looked at the data and we talked about a guy that we like some. KCP Nick Young at 5.5 was not bad. Bogdan at 4.8. I don't love that one. Yeah, shooting guard is a problem spot here. Shooting guard is a problem spot. It's not a great place to roam on the slate. It really isn't. Because JJ Redick could be in play here. Where's he at? Where's he at? He's cheap too. I'm going JJ Redick at small forward. We gotta make a choice between LeBron and Giannis. And on DraftKings, I would play Giannis because he's 10.8. On FanDuel, if I'm gonna spin up to 12.5, I might as well just play LeBron. Is what I'm thinking. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. But 1,300 for LeBron is a lot. I think on FanDuel you don't have to play either of them. Is that jumping out the window? I don't think you have to play either of them on FanDuel. Jeremy Lamb, power forward. We got Draymond. And at center, because of course the worst team on the slate against centers is the Brooklyn Nets. So Marc Gasol is like in the best spot on the slate. And again, that doesn't matter much. You know what I mean? In a game that doesn't matter much, he's in the best spot on the slate. Marc Gasol. So either I think you pay down. Yeah. Yeah, Gasol's in the best spot on the slate as far as centers are concerned. But it's a game that doesn't really matter. So a lot of that depends on what we think. So I'm gonna do what the numbers say do. The numbers say Marc Gasol, man. I'm gonna do what the numbers say do. All right, so back to point guard. The other guy that we liked, that we talked about at the point guard spot, we talked about why not pay down for JaMychal Green and save some. I don't know, because JaMychal Green doesn't play center against Brooklyn. Make a LeBron line, an ABC line. If you squeeze both, it would be tough on FanDuel. Hell yeah, it'd be like busting balls getting the line up. Because you already know I want Blake right here. I already know I want Blake right there. And we got 6.1 left per player. I already know I want Blake right there. I think them cats priced up too high. Collison is 5'7". De'Aaron Fox from a late night hammer I talked about. You got Quinn Cook, who's a game time decision. We're not clear on that yet. Yeah, shooting guard. We did talk about Valentine, like in Valentine at shooting guard. If I get Giannis in there, let me see what that does. Yeah, there's no way I can play Giannis. I want to play Giannis so bad. I really want to play Giannis. Okay. Don't no, no. I like Dejounte Murray too. That's who we can play Dejounte Murray. Not Jamal Murray. Dejounte Murray. Sorry about that. Trust the system when I do. Exactly, exactly. All right, so we got 6K average for two players. We got shooting guard and small forward to go. Hmm. Jordan Clarkson looks to be a play that we can look to. Yeah, shooting guard is a wasteland, bro. Like shooting guard is a really tough spot to grab a hold to because I mean, how much is Valentine? Valentine is a small forward, I believe. He's 6.3. I like him more on DraftKings. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna tell you who I kind of like at shooting guard. I kind of like Danny Green, which gives us 7K left for our small forward. Uh, and we can get Denzel, Damari Carroll, Covington. You playing Tyreek Evans? Okay. I kind of did like Danny Green. Is Danny Green start? Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's starting. We ain't gonna know that for a while. I said don't make a lineup without getting exposure to that game, and I didn't get exposure to the game. So give me yeah, that was dumb. I was like, do not make a lineup without getting exposure to the thing game, and I made a lineup with no exposure to fit it up to the game I'm talking about. Yeah, Bledsoe, Russell was good. Nick Young, Dejounte Murray, Snowflake tonight. I'm going Dragic Bledsoe there because I do want that exposure. I do want that exposure. So I'm going Dragic Bledsoe. And we talked about Nick Young. I don't have an issue there. And then a small forward, I've got Winslow, Dylan Brooks, Crab. Wilson Chandler could be a play that I could use. Levert or Healed. Hmm. Hmm. See, I got my late night hammer. Blake Griffin is my hammer for the late night. Yeah, he's my hammer for the late night. Okay, all right. What do you think about Wilson Chandler here against Miami, though? What do we think about Wilson Chandler against Miami? Yo, didn't we talk about some of the Miami value though? Let's go back. Dragic. We talk about Adebayo at 3.6. Okay. James Johnson is 4.5. So if I were to move off of, see, I don't want to move off of Draymond at 8.5 though. I know I'd have to move off of Blake or Draymond Green. Check out Drummond's stats against Willie Cauley-Stein. He's not good. He's not the same with Blake Griffin there though. Blake Griffin is a ball stopper, bro. He eats too much into dude's production. He just does, man. Wilson Chandler it is. Wilson Chandler. Bam. That's it. The unofficially official sweatshop lineup is Gordon Dragic, Eric Bledsoe, Jordan Clarkson, Nick Young, Swaggy P, Jeremy Lamb, Wilson Chandler, Draymond Green, Blake Griffin, and Mark Gasol. That is the officially officially the sweatshop lineup for FanDuel. There it is. There it is. If you like it, I love it. If you don't, I'm gonna run it anyway. So thank you all so much for joining me in tonight's live stream. This has been your DFS Jerusalem. You can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. If you want to be a part of what we do in the sweatshop, it's very simple. You go to the website, www.dfssweatshop.com. Upon your paid subscription, I will welcome you, pull back the velvet rope, and let you into the very best Facebook group online. There, you will hone and sharpen your daily fantasy skills with some of the best players in the world. And just as easy and simple as a couple of quarters. 2 punk-ass quarters, a half a cup of coffee, 50 cents. Get you locked in for 1 complete month. Also, beyond that, $119.99 for a complete year. Get you all the access you need to become a profitable daily fantasy sports player. Come join us in the sweatshop where we keep it real, we keep it honest, and we always, always keep it 300. Peace.